Cody Garbrandt is actually here. What's happening?
What's up, man?
The champ is here. I'm a huge UFC guy, right? I actually watched that fight with Cruz on this couch. I watched it with a couple other comedians. We came in here. So it's crazy for me to actually get to meet you, see you, and shake your hand again. Just say congratulations on a fucking hell of a performance. And we knew you were good, man. But this whole year, you went from not even ranked or at the bottom of the top 20 to becoming the champ in a year. How does that feel?
It's surreal to me. It's something I dreamed about since I was 11, 12 years old. Hard work, dedication, and sacrifice is what got me here, and self-belief. Just believing in myself, and having the support that I had along the journey, meeting the people, the right people, and getting put in the right direction. After falling or stumbling, getting picked back up, and keeping my head on and my eyes on the end of the tunnel was being a world champion. So it's just great. These times are great right now. I'm just trying to enjoy it all. Yeah,
and then doing a media tour now, like this is all new shit to you, right? This wasn't happening, for the Mizugaki fight or anything like that.
We went a little bit after, after the fight, we came to New York for the first time, me and Josh, and kind of did a similar one, but it's different now. I'm the champ, I'm the champ, so
absolutely,
I'm doing it. It's different, but I love it. It's great. I love to come in here and share my story. But like I said, it's a whirlwind. But just taking it as it comes.
Yeah. Just to speak a little bit more about kind of the guy you are, and in addition to being this incredible fighter, I mean, as soon as you won that belt, you brought out I forgot the kid's name, but it was
Maddox. Yeah.
I figured you'd be better to tell the story than I would, right?
Yeah, I mean that was it was my dream for so long. Like I said, on this journey, I've met so many inspiring and inspirational people that it was very rewarding for me, not because I solely won and dominated Cruz and being a world champion. It was seeing how happy everyone was for me. Seeing Maddox jump up in joy when my name was and new, and he's bouncing up in the canvas. I have my uncle there who took us to the gym at 5, 6 years old, and blood, sweat, and tears and sacrifice with us to see how happy and elated they were. My family, my girlfriend, I mean, just my supporters, my teammates, everybody. I mean, it was just one of the most rewarding days of my entire life. And being able to give him that title for what he overcame in his battle with leukemia, hands down, was honestly one of the best nights of my life too. So rewarding, just so thankful I could be a small part of it. I had the control of, it was always my dream, but all these people that came into my life, and it became our dream. And it wasn't just me that was in there fighting. It was everyone that sacrificed from the beginning. Everyone that helped out, coached me, influenced me. That was for them, and I was able to wrap that belt around Maddox Maple, and he's a real true warrior, and he's a real the reason why I would say that the majority of the reason why I'm a world champion was a series of events, but he was one of the
inspiration,
great inspirations in my career.
That's and then when you win, and you win it for everybody. So I know a lot of people are probably very, very happy. There's one guy in particular I want to ask about how happy he was, and that's Uriah Faber, with his years of hating Dominic Cruz. I mean, and he's the only guy to ever beat Dominic Cruz before you. What was that camp like with a guy like Uriah in there, just fucking hating Cruz? I'm sure more than anyone could.
It was great. Uriah believed in me since the first day I came out there. He's seen what I was able to do at 1-0, year layoff, and when we were walking off the mats, and he said, "Hey kid, what do you want to do?" I was 1-0. No one knew really who I was. I said, "I want to fight in the UFC." He said, "When can you come back out here?" And I said, "I'll come back out in a week." I was living in Pennsylvania at the time. He's like, "Okay, get to 5-0, I'll get you in the UFC." Handshake got me. I got to 5-0. Then got called up to the UFC with Sean Shelby, who's the matchmaker of the UFC, and they gave me the opportunity to fight, and it kind of was off from there. But made it out there to his gym. He was just so happy, so happy. But he always believed in me, so that gave me supreme confidence in myself. This is the guy that I looked up to, was the featherweight king.
Sure,
king.
he was the guy.
He was the guy, man.
For the lower weight classes, no one mattered but Uriah Faber for like a decade.
Basically. Exactly. He paved the way for fighters like myself that knew they weren't going to be big enough to fight in a lightweight, welterweight, heavyweight. And so I changed my direction to being WEC, and then UFC bought them. Then it was like, okay, everything's falling into place. I am going to be the UFC champion that I set out to be when I was 11 and 12, when I set it in my mind, first seeing UFC on TV. But yeah, he was happy. I mean, we shared a moment in the hall, and he was everybody, everybody. Like I said, it wasn't me that sacrificed, it was everybody. But be able to share that moment with my mentor and someone that I looked up to, and someone that paved the way for martial arts like myself, was, like I said, it was very rewarding to see how happy everyone was. I mean, we hugged it out, we shed some tears, and just thankful. We were just thankful and happy. Yeah, it was.
I don't know if you could rank happinesses, but who is happier? I'll give you 3 options: A, you; B, Uriah; or C, Maddox.
Man, I think we're all like, I think if we level out of happiness, like I think we were all happy. We were all crying. We were all excited. We had full of so much emotion.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say Maddox. When I heard I heard his little yell, like, he just jumped up and down.
That's so cool.
And then I saw my uncle jumping up and down in the back, and I was like, man, this is
for sure.
I was like, I wish, I replay that, and that's what's gonna my next chapter of my career, of defending it, having that feeling, and just that reward, of seeing everybody happy, and I know the win or lose, if I would have lost, people would have been happy, and not nearly as happy, but they've still been there to support me, pick me up, and we'll get back climbing that mountain. But it was a very rewarding night for me. It was just great to see everyone so happy and thankful.
It was rewarding for me to watch the fight, because I'm a fight fan. I'm not a very hardcore fan, but I appreciated your dance moves about as much as your fighting skills too.
We gotta talk dance.
You gotta talk dance.
I got some dance moves.
Are you choreographing that, or is that? Are you?
You know what? That's why I keep it real simple on the dance floor. I'll do some moves, do a little flow, and then like, I don't want to pull out all my moves when so like, you can dance. I'm like, that's all I got right now. I don't want to, I don't want to show off too much. But
I mean, it was getting to Cruz. You could see.
Oh yeah, everything was the punches, the kicks.
The punches didn't hurt. It was the dance.
The dance
humiliated him to death.
Bro, I hit him with whatever that was. I just always do that and then go into like a little dance. So it was fun. It was just entertaining. I was having fun, living in the present state of mind, and that's what we're out there to do, is obviously win first and foremost, but entertain. Modern day gladiators
for sure. But against a guy like Cruz, where people, they can't touch this guy. They can't. The angles he's cutting, you're cutting angles he can't even see. Everything he did, you met him, and then you danced on him. You did a burpee at some point, man. Like, what is that? Speed? Is that angles? Is that just knowing his? Is just having a great camp and people who fought him so many times that you were so ready for him? Like, how does a man go from being untouchable to getting danced on?
I say all that, contributes to it, but what it boils down to is self-belief, knowing I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Damn right.
I like no one can take that away from you, man. You absolutely fucking proved it. It reminded me, honestly, I'll just say it, the only other guy I've seen do stuff like that in the cage, forget how proficient as a fighter, I'm just talking strictly dance moves at this point. The fight is incredible. But Anderson Silva is the only, I've seen him play air guitar. Like, he's the only guy who's like running around doing whatever the hell comes to his mind in there. It takes that level of skill to look that good. So congrats on that, man.
Thank you guys. Yeah, it was fun, entertaining. 10 years, over a decade of being able to finally get in there and fight. So it was like just living the moment. Could have took him out a couple times, but I was just enjoying myself.
Can I ask one last question?
Please.
This is important. I'm not sure how closely you're following Soulja Boy versus Chris Brown, but who do you think wins in that fight?
I'm going to go with Chris Brown. I got Mike Tyson's, wanting to train him. I saw a little bit of pad work with
Chris Brown.
A little bit more. I don't want to say he's got hands.
No,
he's got history.
Okay, well, let's label him or compare him to Soulja Boy.
Right.
He has a little bit more technique than Soulja Boy, but he still doesn't have hands. He doesn't have hands.
I mean, not UFC hands. But
not to have hands to be able to put a video up and posting that shit out there. That's, what I mean? Like, I think those rappers should stop doing that shit. They're getting embarrassed. Lyrically destroy someone with some bars, but don't be trying to go to the heavy bag and mitts and think you're a boxer.
All right.
I'm thinking Chris Brown, though. I'll take Chris Brown.
He's picked Chris Brown, but no room for Chris Brown and Team Alpha Male. That's what it boils down to.
No way.
Cody Garbrandt, thank you so much, man. Congratulations.